Welcome back, SuicideFantasyFootball.com, Week 5, giving you the ins and outs of the wide receiver position, who to drop, who to add, and who to sit.
I can't wait. Dominic Hickson is a pickup, and he is going to be the one who makes you forget that Akeem Nicks is hurt, and he's not coming back for a little bit. Bad ankle, bad knee. Manny's going to throw the ball. Victor Cruz is a slot player. I think Hickson's going to have big game after big game. Don't fall for the Ramses Barden.
See, he's not my pickup, but I think Ramses Barden, at least is a guy you don't know what he can be. Hickson, you know what he can be. He couldn't even take the starting position ever in his career as a Giant. So why, because of injury, do you think now he's going to be the man?
6 for 111.
Lucky, one time, let's say. I'm saying if you're picking up one of them, Ramses Barden. But they're not even my pickups. I'm saying Jerome Simpson. I know Christian Ponder kind of sucks, even though he had one good game. But Jerome Simpson, his first game back, had 5 catches for 50 yards, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when it was 45% of Ponder's total throwing or passing yards, it's meaningful. So I'm saying pick up Jerome Simpson, smoke a joint with him, watch him do a flip into the end zone while he's on your fantasy football team.
So in other words, pick a second wide receiver on a team that doesn't throw the ball over a second wide receiver on a team that gets 300 yards passing every week.
Kind of.
Okay.
Pick a guy.
I just want to make sure we're clear about that.
No, because what I'm saying is, pick a guy who might actually be someone you'd consider starting later on down the road over Dominic Hickson, who I think is going to suck.
Wrong. My other guy, if he's available in your league, I'd be picking up Randall Cobb. He's available in about 50 to 50%, 55% of the leagues. I'd be picking him up. On what I saw, it was like, I forget, it was like 45 or whatever. I'd be picking up Randall Cobb. I think with Greg Jennings being iffy, maybe he's back, maybe he's not. It's a hamstring. Even if he comes back, he might not play every game. James Jones is getting into the end zone, but Randall Cobb is getting the targets.
Wow, so I was going to ask you if you forgot about James Jones. You're saying
James Jones is probably taking in almost every
you're assuming James Jones.
James Jones is taking almost every league. I mean, James Jones is available. Pick up James Jones.
Great.
But I think Randall Cobb, James Jones probably picked up in 70% of leagues.
My deep guy is Andre Roberts. I mean, I don't like Kevin Cobb. I know Jim thinks he's going to be in the Pro Bowl this year. But I do think he's the only guy that's proven he could be opposite Larry Fitzgerald since Anquan Bolden left. And I think that 4 touchdowns in 4 games tells you something. The guy's worth having on your roster.
Yeah.
And listen, you know who's getting double coverage. It's Larry Fitzgerald.
Team.
I was going to say, if they can put double coverage on Roberts or triple coverage on Fitzgerald, Fitzgerald's getting triple covered. So I like Andre Roberts, especially if you're getting ready for later on down the year when he could be a stud.
We going drops or sits next?
Let's do sits.
Let's do sits. Jeremy Maclin.
God,
as much as I hate to say it because I love the Eagles and Maclin's a great guy. I'm not convinced that he's going to make an impact this season. All preseason, all we heard about was this is Maclin's year, and he got the hip pointer, and I'm sure that hurts and it sucks. And he's going to get hit there again, but I think you got to sit Maclin until he has the breakout game.
Jim, we don't look at each other's picks, and my pick is Maclin as well. We watched him in preseason. We saw he didn't look great with Mike Vick, and I think it's going to continue to be a struggle until Maclin puts up 2 games in a row. He doesn't have to put up monster numbers in 1 game. He has to put up consistent numbers 2 games in a row before I'm putting him back in my starting lineup.
I'm only asking for 1 game, but I'm not putting him back.
Who's your drop?
My drop, I got 2 of them.
Go ahead.
Santana Moss. He's got a name that might have made you think he was gonna have a good season. RG3 is putting up good numbers, but it's not going to Santana Moss. He's only a possession receiver now.
Yep.
They got Garcon and Hankerson there, and I just can't see why you would hold on to Santana Moss.
I'm with you. Although I've thought Santana Moss was going to fall off before, and he's come back and been a good receiver. It's usually going into the year when I thought he was going to be nothing, and he surprises me. 4 weeks through the season, if Moss is this little in the offense, that's not going to change. I'm with you. I'm also dropping Lauren Robinson. He's got concussion problems. I shouldn't say problems. He's got a concussion right now. Isn't going to be playing too much. But even if he comes back, I believe in Cecil Shorts more than I believe in Lauren Robinson. So I'm saying keep Justin Blackman, but cut Lauren Robinson.
Yeah.
All right, that's what we think about the wide receivers. Jim at SuicideFantasySports.com, Eric at SuicideFantasySports.com. Subscribe to our videos below. Don't forget to check out SuicideFantasyFootball.com and Fantasy Football Overload every Monday night, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock on Blog Talk Radio.